Good evening from southern France, where last night in Nice, England put one foot into the quarter-finals of this World Cup with that bonus point win over Japan. It wasn't overly convincing, it was stuttering, it was scrappy, and at times it was very lucky from England, but it's job done for Borthwick and his men, and they can now start preparing for Chile next weekend, and they will welcome back their captain and fly half, Owen Farrell, who has completed his suspension following that red card against Wales.
Yeah, delighted for Owen. He'd been through a number of weeks of not doing what he loves, so delighted that we get to have him back, and I'm sure that he will raise the bar, raise the intensity, and like Owen Farrell does when he steps on the training field and he's playing, then you're going to get a lift. So yeah, we're very much looking forward to that.
As I say, the win over Japan was scrappy. There was a lot of kicking too, and at times in the stadium in Nice last night, you could hear the England fans booing England when they kicked the ball. The frustration that perhaps England's balance between kicking and running is not quite there. And Richard Wigglesworth, their attack coach, admits it is something they need to improve.
We're not happy with where we are attack-wise. We are striving to improve, but that is not to do with the kicking game. It's not separate from it either. It's all part of the same stuff. We want to kick the ball brilliantly so that we either get it back in a better position or we kick to score. So look, all the parts of the games we're working on. As far as the booing goes, it's part and parcel of what you do in international sport, isn't it? You're in the biggest arenas with the fans. They're entitled to do what they feel right. So from my point of view, fans have been exceptional.
So Chile next in Lille for England next weekend. They will rest and rotate some tired bodies. Chile, they're ranked 22nd in the world, but Wigglesworth is not taking anything for granted.
We will give them absolute respect because international rugby, and they've worked incredibly hard to get to this World Cup, beating the USA in the great fashion they did. So we've done our homework on them, but we'll make sure that we push on this week. But as for your question, then yeah, we want every week to be a week that gives us a lift. But to go after 2 wins with guys coming back like Owen, then yeah, hopefully we get another lift.
So that's the latest from England's camp. As far as Wales are concerned, after their win over Portugal, they've headed back to Paris to prepare for a crunch game against Australia. A chance for Warren Gatland to knock his old adversary, Eddie Jones, out of the World Cup in the pool stages. Ireland have gone to tour to prepare for their huge clash against world champions South Africa, while Scotland, having had a week off, return to action against Tonga.
Yeah, so James was saying there that England fans booed because England were kicking the ball so much. They didn't boo when Joe Marler used his head. Here he is after the incident.
Joe, an assist like no other.
Yeah.
Did you mean it?
Of course I did.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, exactly. I was practicing with Coley and Jamie George in activation back at the hotel. We were doing some of that, getting us fired up. And I take huge inspiration from Roberto Zerbi and his Mighty Seagulls doing a demolition job on United yesterday. And just taking huge inspiration from them and finding a way to help the boys score.
A really tough test match against a really well-coached Japanese side who clearly came with a tactical plan and play the game differently to I think anybody else in the world plays. And the players did tremendously well through that game to get the result.
I saw it ricocheted off his head, so I went to school to try just in case. But I was pretty sure that it'd gone backwards and then come off his head. I told the ref on the way out, so yeah, I had a good idea that it was going to get given anyway.
Well, Joe Marler's comments, of course, have drawn attention from Brighton. They replied to this last night with a message. Great win last night. Good luck for the rest of the tournament. Give us a call when it's finished. We'll need you for set pieces. Joe Marler deserves a programme all of his own.